everyone. Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I am Nina.
Hello, everybody. I am Shane. Are you listening? Are you a good listener?
Are you?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
So let me ask you, is there somebody in your life who's not a good listener?
I would say that maybe my mom is not a good listener.
Really?
Not because she doesn't care, but she doesn't pay attention. Yeah, so
For example?
yeah, when I want to tell her something, she was usually doing something else and she cannot do more than one thing at the same time.
Like you, actually. Right?
Yeah, but she doesn't hear anything at all. So for example, I could say to my friend like, hey, look at this. Hey mom, I got into an accident and I broke my finger. And she would say, oh, okay. Like,
She's just not paying attention.
She's not paying attention. She didn't hear anything I said.
That's interesting because my dad, of course, he lives in America.
Yeah.
And every time I talk to him on the phone, he forgets everything from the last time I talked to him on the phone. So he will ask me the same questions over and over. Or I will say, yeah, you know, we bought a new home pretty recently. And I will say, yeah, I really like the new neighborhood. And he will say, what new neighborhood? Dad, I moved, I bought a house. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Okay, but is he a bad listener or maybe he just has bad memory?
Well, I think it might be both. Because oftentimes when I'm talking to him, he doesn't catch what I say either. So I think sometimes being a bad listener and bad memory go together.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, let's get into part 2.
Okay.
Luke's friend shares key ways to be a better listener. First, he must be present before the talk starts. That means no TVs, cell phones, or other devices around.
Okay, so part 2, are you a good listener? So in part 1, we found that Luke is not a good listener. And it's becoming a problem.
Yes, it is.
People don't want to be friends with him.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult to be friends with somebody who doesn't listen to you.
Yeah. But at least he has one friend.
Ooh, he still has one friend. She really wants to help him too, right?
Yeah.
So what happens?
Okay, so, well, she did mention that she tried to help him and give him some tips.
Right.
And she was honest with him about his problem, right?
That's important.
Okay, so let's see what happens next. Luke's friend shares key ways to be a better listener. Okay, what would you say are key ways? So key is
Isn't it key like you can open a door or open the lock?
No, in this case, it's an adjective.
Oh, that's a
And it
noun
means-
key. Okay.
Yeah, and it means most important. So for example, practicing English every day is key to learning quickly.
Oh.
Yeah, so before we carry on, what do you think are key ways to help your listening?
I think looking at somebody in the eyes and really focusing on them is one good way. Because like you said, if you're doing something else, you're looking at something else, it will be hard for you to pay attention to both things. So number 1, stop other things that you are doing and really pay full attention.
That's a very good tip.
Right? So, and here it says, first, he must be present before the talk starts. So this is one of the first key points, is that he needs to be present before the talk starts.
Yeah, so what is present? Like if I give you a gift, that's a present?
Right. No, that's a noun. To be present means to pay attention, to listen, to see what's in front of you right now.
Okay.
So it says to be present first, which just means I know you're about to talk, so I stop what I'm doing and I become present.
Oh, okay.
For example, Nina wasn't present this morning because she was thinking about the bad news she heard.
What was the bad news?
I don't know. You're Nina.
Okay.
But it's just an example. So in other words, she was thinking about something else, and then maybe I was talking to her and she didn't really pay attention because she wasn't present.
I see.
So what's a talk?
So a talk is a conversation between two people. So when two people talk, that's a talk.
Okay.
Yes.
So when two people talk, that's a talk.
Yes. So I hate it when people say, we need a talk.
Oh, no, or we need to talk.
Yeah.
We need to have a talk.
Yes.
Uh-oh. When I hear that from my wife,
Ooh, that means you're in trouble.
my stomach will, uh-oh, what did I do wrong?
Yeah. All right, so continuing, that means no TVs, cell phones, or other devices around. Oh, that is so important because I often feel like my boyfriend is not a good listener.
He's not present?
He is always on his phone or playing PS5 when I talk to him.
So he's on some kind of a device.
Yes.
So a device just means some kind of like electronic thing that's used to do something.
Yeah.
So you mentioned a PS5, like a PlayStation is a type of device you play games on, right?
Yeah. Or your phone is also a device, right?
Exactly. So for example, I have at least 3 devices with me at all times.
Oh, so that's what? Your phone?
Your phone, a watch, and sometimes I'll have like earphones or like an iPad or something like that. But at one time I'll have probably at least 3.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's the digital age.
It is.
These days, you're always going to have some kind of electronic device with you because it's important in today's society.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we take a little break and we will come back to pay more attention to the teachers.
Okay.
Second, Luke should try not to cut people off when they're speaking. He should wait for a natural break to say something. Next, he should go over the people's stories. That shows his understanding and attention. Last, it's okay to take a moment before Luke shares the things in his mind. So, Luke follows the tips and becomes a better listener.
Okay, welcome back. So before the break, we were talking about how Luke's friend was giving him some tips on how to become a better listener. The first one was to be present, to focus and give someone all of his attention.
Before the talk, right?
Exactly, and not use any devices like watching TV or being on his phone.
It's like you just prepare to talk. The activity is to talk, and you just do that one thing, right? Okay, so let's move on to some more tips. Second, Luke should try not to cut people off when they're speaking. So what does that mean, to cut
wait.
So it means when somebody's talking, you don't wait for them to stop what they're saying and you interrupt. You talk over them.
Exactly.
So that means to cut people off. He should wait for a natural break to say something.
Yeah. Okay, so after Shane said something, there was a break and then I could say something.
Right.
Right? So speak. To speak is to use words to talk. For example, can you speak English?
Yes.
Most of the times.
Usually, I can.
Sometimes I don't know what you're saying, so.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I like to speak Shane language.
Okay.
Which is the coolest language.
Of course.
So we have another vocabulary word, natural. You should wait for a natural break in the talk or conversation, right? So natural just means not awkward or in a time it's like smooth. So you want to do this thing in a way that's not going to like stop you from talking. You want to do it in a way that makes sense.
Okay.
Right? That is appropriate for the time. So for example, the way Ruth speaks English is very natural.
Very natural, okay. So continuing. Next, he should go over the people's stories. Okay, that shows his understanding and attention. So he should go over the stories. Maybe repeat it or say, oh, is this correct?
Oh, yeah, I think that's a really good tip. I noticed people who are good listeners, they will often repeat the main points of what you say.
Yes.
So if you're telling them a story, they will either repeat what you said or ask some questions about what you said.
Yes, because that will show the other person that you're listening and you understand what's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and we have another vocabulary word, understanding. So understanding is the knowledge someone has about a topic or about something. So for example, Nina has a good understanding of football.
Some people would argue not.
She has a better understanding of football than me.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
So finally, last, it's okay to take a moment before Luke shares the things in his mind.
Okay, so first, let the other person talk and say what they want to say. And then Luke can respond.
Like, let them finish, because sometimes when you're in a conversation, you might be excited to tell what's on your mind.
Yeah.
Right? But the other person needs to finish first.
Of course.
Because if you interrupt them, then that could be rude and make them feel a little bit frustrated.
Yeah, and it would make them feel like you're not listening. So Luke follows the tips and becomes a better listener.
Excellent. I think those are some
Yay.
pretty good tips.
Yes, they are. So thanks to his friend, he learned these 4 major tips.
Yeah, so if you have problems or you notice that you're not a good listener, take a look at these tips. And I think that with practice, everybody can become a better listener.
Indeed. All right.
Thanks for listening to us. Hopefully you were paying attention.
All right. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Luke's friend shares key ways to be a better listener. First, he must be present before the talk starts. That means no TVs, cell phones, or other devices around. Second, Luke should try not to cut people off when they're speaking. He should wait for a natural break to say something. Next, he should go over the people's stories. That shows his understanding and attention. Last, it's okay to take a moment before Luke shares the things in his mind. So, Luke follows the tips and becomes a better listener.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 key 形容词，关键的、极重要的。Maya was a key actress in the movie. Maya 是这部电影的重要女演员。下一个单字 present 形容词，存在的，在场的。There were no teachers present in that class. 那堂课没有老师在场。下一个单字 talk 名词，谈话。Can I have a talk with you? 我可以跟你谈谈吗？最后一个单字 speak 动词，说话。它的三态是 speak, spoke, spoken. Please speak more slowly. 请您说慢一点。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 cut somebody off 打断某人说话，也可以说 cut off somebody。我们来看看这个例句 Please don't cut me off when I speak. 我说话时请不要插嘴。下一个文法 go over something 仔细确认检视某事物。Go over 是一个不可以分开的动词片语哦。Go 的三态是 go, went, gone。我们来看看这个例句 We should go over the details of the contract. 我们应该仔细确认合约的细节。Detail 指的是细节 ，contract 指的是合约。最后一个文法 take a moment 停顿片刻。Moment 是一个名词，指的是片刻、瞬间的意思。我们来看看这个例句 Can we take a moment? 我们可以稍停片刻吗？以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，回去记得复习哦。我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Hey, 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 it's Kiwi on the street. I'm Kiki.
And I'm Winnie. Hey, Kiki, it's really hot today.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay, BRB, I'm gonna go get us some ice cream.
BRB? What does that mean?
It's an abbreviation. BRB, it means be right back.
Abbreviations. I know. Today, let's play an abbreviation game to make some new friends.
Let's go.
好，今天我们要考验同学的缩写。那同学，你会一些中文的缩写吗？
我会，现在最流行的叫灌咖，那个铝罐咖啡从台通进来的简语啊。
看来是台通狂粉。
哇 ，OK， 那我今天也学了一个 ，OK， 你中文可以，可是英文可不可以？
我觉得一定不行。
I think you can. I think you can. OK，so 第一个 OK，B and B。
我刚刚有想是不是 barbecue，但是这是用在 breakfast and bed。
Oh, so close. It was actually
very
等一下不是哦。
Bed and breakfast.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Bed and bath?
我不知道 B and B 的人哦。
不知道 B and B，Can you guess？
如果那个 N 是一个 R， 应该就是 be right back， 可是我不知道。
OK，so if it was BRB, you'll be correct. But B and B 就是 bed and breakfast。民宿。下一个 RIP。
Rest in peace.
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 Rest in peace. Yeah, very good. OK， 下一个 WFH。
Work from home.
Work from home.
Work from home.
Would you like a hint? Home. What did a lot of people need to do at home during the pandemic?
Oh, work from home.
Very good. Work from home. WFH. Good job. 那我们今天学到什么呢? Here are today's abbreviations. First one. B and B. Bed and breakfast. Bed and breakfast. For example, we went down south to stay at a beautiful bed and breakfast. Next. RIP. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. For example, Queen Elizabeth, may she rest in peace. Next, WFH, work from home. Work from home. For example, during the pandemic, most of us worked from home. That's it for today. Kiwi later.